Why, hello, my fellow Voice of the Rings members. Your host and guide, Zollin Ironshield today here, and I'm here with a little blog episode, and this is actually going to be more directed towards my Rise of War fellowship. So I want to talk to you guys about some cool prospects, and I thought the best and fastest way to tell you guys is through a video, because it's a lot easier than typing to everyone individually, right? And this also, again, I could also directed towards Torn and all different fellowships and stuff. So here's what me and J-Body have been talking to with the Torn leadership and other fellowships that are joining this big alliance. Here's what our goals are, so I can tell my fellowship here. Okay, guys? So what we want to do is we would like to stay in our factions, because I know Division 55, you guys were a close little family. We want to stay together, and I really would like everyone to stay together. So we'll do voting and decide on what we're going to do and everything. But I want to tell you what our plans are. The plans is Torn wants us to be able to join their Discord if we do want to join them, and be able to vote on what faction we join with them, so we'll all be in the same faction. We'll be in our own fellowship still, but we'll be an alliance all in the same faction, which will be awesome, because as we all know, it is important to have active players online. We all know that. Indeed we do. So we've kind of found that out the hard way, right, a couple times. So again, we played really excellent this season, but honestly, we just don't have enough players, right? The balance of power is changing. So again, I would like next season for Division 55 to have a good chance at actually be able to join a really nice group of people. And I would like to point out that Torn and the other people, their leadership, are very nice people. I've been talking to them now for a few days, and they're very nice. They're a lot like we are. They're really friendly and fun, and they were a little bit wary. They wanted to talk to me and J-Body because they were worried that they didn't want drama stuff, because they had problems with drama in their previous seasons, like we did, as we all remember in Division 55, right? We were not happy with what happened in that first season. We all were really honorable and really good in that season too, and unfortunately we had some other factions who had some trolls in them, right, as we all remember, but we don't need to go into that. But again, they don't want to bring over any drama into the next season, and neither do we. So this is a great group to join. Now, of course, we don't know if we all join that group, what the other factions are going to be. We have no idea, right? They might be crazy, but that's okay, because our faction will all be happy fellowships, right, with all of us. So again, I really think this is a great idea. I've been planning it with all of them, but we will do voting on it. We also want to do voting on leadership, right, with our fellowship like we did for this season, and we'll do that, and it'll be a lot of fun. I appreciated that some people are like, oh, Voice, we want to lead. I'm happy to help lead. I don't really necessarily want to be the main leader, but if people want me to do stuff like that, I will. You know what I mean? I want to assist Chell, our commander, and all that stuff with what we all want to do. So we'll figure that out. Again, I'm happy to help organize and do stuff. But here, let's get to the big points, okay? So big point number one is we'd be able to vote with them and choose a faction, right, if we do that. A second option, of course, would also be for us to stay in our own group and go to another faction on the same server and do the allegiance system. Not alliance, but allegiance system. So that is a new system that is basically going to be where you can bake an allegiance with another faction, and you can kind of win together. But the only problem with the allegiance system is that I was being told by some of the Torn members is that it's going to be like half rewards. So it's kind of better if we're all in the same faction with the other fellowships that we're allianced with. I'm using different words so we can know the differences, right? Alliance isn't just a term of us all agreeing to work together in the same faction. Fellowships are our fellowships, and allegiance system will be an actual system in the game that they're going to implement in the next season. Probably, we think so. But again, we need to think about that. But the big things too is that if they are doing diplomacy, which will be great, because I don't think anyone in Division 55 really likes to do diplomacy, but we really need that, as we found out too in this season, right? So they will do stuff, and we would abide by what they diplomacy of the other factions, which honestly I'm totally okay with. I would love it if we have leadership who are doing diplomacy, so us and our fellowship can just, what do you need us to do, and our leadership in Division 55 can do things, right, to help them. That kind of stuff is active players in our group. So again, there's that thing. But again, we could join another faction too if you people want to do that and just stay in our group, and then maybe be the allegiance system with them and just be friendly with them. But preferably what I want to do is I want to join them in the same faction, so we can all get the full rewards and I'll help them, and it's a little easier to work with them, and we don't even know if they're going to implement the allegiance system. So again, you know what I'm saying? So that's good stuff to keep in track of. And then the next thing I wanted to talk about, we'll try to get through this real quick, is the fact that I already talked about the drama thing. They don't want drama. Our group doesn't really have drama, but I would appreciate it if we do have anyone, we'll just have to be very diligent on if something happens, that we confront that person and say, please don't do that, that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? But and they were, by the way, they made it very clear. Torn made it very clear they weren't trying to scold us or put us on jury on trial. They weren't saying that. They were just making sure, which is good. They were vetting to make sure they're not bringing people in. They're going to make their group drama too. But again, as you all know, we dropped a lot of people from the previous season, as in a lot of people wanted to join out of our server from last season, and we had some drama makers, as we all know, and we didn't let them come along. So, because we were like, we don't want drama at our new server. So, and again, our season has been pretty clean of our chat. Again, the world chat's been a little off and on, but that's always the case, and we all know that in all our factions, right? So, again, the last thing I want to say is, I think it's a good plan. They will let us vote. We'll be able to join them. You know the system now. If they were doing, we'd have the main Torn Fellowship will be in charge of kind of doing negotiations and main decisions of the faction. You know what I mean? So it's basically going to be a tight community, which is kind of cool because Division 55 is like a family too. So we'd just be joining a big Tolkien family, which is kind of funny because my one video of our battle, I named it that before I even knew that we would try to make an alliance with them, and I talked to them. So again, I reached out, and apparently we hadn't really talked to them too much either. So which I do know was the case, but now that we talked to them, it'd be really fun. And again, this season will be over pretty soon. They also are making it clear that they want to give us like our faction, like our capital and all that kind of stuff, just so we can still get all the base medium-sized rewards, and that we get in the top. One of the top 4 spots still of the other stuff as well. So again, just wanted to let you guys all know that. And I think they seem pretty trustworthy. That's an honor to you, Torn, and all the other ones. I feel like we can trust them. And I think they would be a great addition to a Tolkien family. We can work all together. And it'd be really fun to be in a big community like that. So again, I just wanted to lay this out for you guys. Give you my thoughts on it so you guys can kind of contemplate it in Division 55, see what you want to do. I thought what better way than to make a video and show you guys, since you all know my channel. Again, sorry if you're watching this and you're from Lord of the Rings Online or something, you're like, what is he talking about? That's why I'm putting this on my blog playlist. Because I'm just talking. And again, you guys are all awesome. I hope that this all will be fun. I would like to be able to join them. That's what I want to do. And we will work all that stuff out, and we'll do voting for who wants to be our leaders of our fellowship, and all that stuff again for this next season. But I think it would be good if we decide soon, though, if we want to work with Torn, because then we can go over to their Discord. They'll give us the link if they're all okay with that too now. And we can vote with them to choose what faction, which is cool because then we'll all kind of be able to choose together, right? And again, I'm not really like, there's a lot of factions I'd like to play, but I'm not really picky on it because I'd rather just play with a lot of active players that are nice people. I'd rather win with a bunch of good people than play the faction I want to play. That makes sense, right? All right. Anyway, I'm trying to make sure I'm not forgetting something. It's important. All right, I gave you both the options. We could also go to our own faction in that. I already said that. But again, I don't think that's the better of the two options, in my opinion. But again, we will vote on it. And I want to thank Torn and all of them for being so nice and invite us in to join the same faction. So that's awesome. And also I want to tell my Division 55, you all were awesome and you fought very hard this season. And we will just keep our basic lands and capital still, of course. And we'll just do some battle practicing. Maybe do some PvP with Torn and them. Do practicing like we did last season with with the Lothlorien Gondor, when we kind of just made a battle zone and kind of all practice different builds and stuff. That was pretty fun. So we could do that for a week or two. We don't have much time left in this season. But again, I wanted to let you all know that. I think it's very exciting news. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day in Middle-earth, my friends. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And check out my actual content, not just an information video from my Lotra blog. Alright, you guys. Have a wonderful day in Middle-earth. Don't forget to click the subscribe button right here. Next episode for the blog is up there. And my main playlist, Lotra Tales, right there. So check them out and have a wonderful day in Middle-earth, you guys. See ya.